perfect day for the match of the day. I should say the match of the season in many ways, because the winners of today's game between Manchester United, the league leaders at the moment, and Liverpool, who are in fourth place, 4 points behind with 2 games in hand, could well be the new league champions. The ground absolutely packed, a capacity crowd of well over 63,000, an all-ticket match. Manchester United, their lineup shows that Dennis Law still isn't fit, neither is Nobby Stiles. The interesting player in that team is 19 years old amateur international Alan Gowling, wearing number 8 and playing in only his second senior match for the team. The leading goal scorer for the reserve side, and he scored last week in his first team debut against Stoke City. Another youngster, this time in the Liverpool side, Ian Ross, who's come in for Tommy Smith at number 4 and done so very well indeed. Billy Liddell, the former Liverpool international, has just been telling me that young Ross was the star of the Liverpool side last week in the cup match against West Bromwich Albion. The Liverpool team, good news for Liverpool fans, Tony Hateley has passed a fitness test this morning and is back at number 9. So Liverpool at full strength, apart from young Ross substituting for Tommy Smith. The referee, Ken Dagnall, checking that the players are in position, just looking at his linesman as well, and it's Liverpool to kick off. Tony Hateley, number 9. That's Jeff Strong. Liverpool playing against a strong breeze. Liverpool, remember, wearing the white shirts. Had a colour change because of the clash. It's Jeff Strong. Obviously, wind is going to play tricks. And Ross quite wisely letting that ball drift out of play. There was no one loose up front. And Chris Lawler going to take the throw. These two teams, remember, have dominated the English League Championship for the last 4 years. They've each won it twice. Liverpool, of course, noted for the defensive way they play away from home. In 16 away matches, they've only conceded 17 goals. Now Fitzpatrick. St. John. Sadler finding it very difficult in that wind. The ball held up in the wind. Paddy Crerand. To Charlton. These two are the midfield boys for United. Burns made space well, left it to Gowling. Charlton. So it's Crerand again. Fitzpatrick. United being forced to fiddle with the ball a little bit because everyone's marked tightly. This is Jeff Strong. Whistle's gone for a foul against Bobby Charlton, or by Bobby Charlton. On Strong. It's going to be Ron Yates, the Liverpool captain, with a kick. Charlton, a really bad one by Yates. Best trying to break quickly. And Best is clear. There's a real chance here for Best. Best puts Manchester United a goal in front after 2 minutes. And that's not the kind of chance that George Best misses. Took it with enormous calm, gave himself a lot of time, didn't rush himself, and did everything absolutely right. And what a mistake by the Liverpool defence. You can't make errors like that against players of the calibre of George Best. So Manchester United, the league champions, get the start they wanted. Done to Crowder. Roger Hunt. Hunt showing great determination in the way he went after that ball. So it's Crerand. Leaving it to Best. Best in trouble. It's Thompson. Showing Best that he can do a bit of dribbling as well. Now Hughes. Liverpool just a little bit rattled, a bit hurried too. Now Crerand. This is Gowling. Trying to find Charlton. Beautiful ball by Charlton to Aston. Garling storming through the middle. Burns. Well, they telegraphed the pass. Burns with the throw. Charlton. Ball swirling awkwardly in this wind, and the wind's certainly going to play quite a considerable part in this match. Burley, Tommy Lawrence, the Liverpool goalkeeper. 5 minutes gone, United lead by that George Best goal. Whistle's gone. David Sadler taking the kick for Manchester United. Hughes. Thompson for Liverpool. Fitzpatrick to Charlton. McCraren to Burns. Neat football by Manchester United. There's Charlton again. Burns, who never stopped running from when he played the first ball. Charlton! And a great save! A wonderful save by Lawrence, and what a shot by Charlton. He really got hold of that, a real Charlton special. And no wonder the crowd are cheering Tommy Lawrence. Here at Manchester, they know just what that means when Charlton hits a ball like that. And that was a truly great save. Charlton going to take the corner. Swing it in on the wind, it's a difficult one. Beautifully handled by Lawrence under pressure. Fitzpatrick. Aston, number 11, being policed by Yates. Aston just a little bit indecisive, and it's Lawler for Liverpool. This is Callahan. Burns to Hurd. McCraren. Garling. Good tackle on David Hurd there, but nice build-up football by Manchester United. Well, this promised on paper to be a good match, and it certainly started in that way. United playing as if they intend to stay top of the table and retain the championship. They've certainly got away to a very convincing start. Strong. Hunt. Good tackle by Fitzpatrick, back to Sadler, and this is Stepney. John Aston. Taken out by Ian St John. Hateley, number 9, being policed by Sadler. Trying to find himself a space, but it's done for United. Craren. Charlton. Craren again. This time Charlton. Again, good build-up. And the flag up just offside against David Hurd. It was fractional, but a good decision. Linesman was right in line with players David Hurd broke, and he was just a fraction offside. It was a good decision. Chris Lawler taking the kick for Liverpool. That's St John. This time it's Callahan. Set up on for the cross. Where's Hateley's head? There it is. But beaten this time in the air by Sadler. Now St John. Ian St John just couldn't get over the top of that ball to keep it down. Stepney with the goal kick. Out strong. St John. Callahan being obstructed there by Burns. A free kick to Liverpool in a rather dangerous spot for United, just outside the penalty area. United packing the box. Only George Best is outside the penalty area at the moment. Gowling's just come out. St John with a kick. Yates is there. Oh, it hit the post, it's in! And it's a goal for Lawler. Chris Lawler poaching on the line. Ron Yates won the ball decisively in the air, hit the post, and there was Lawler to pop it in. So Liverpool's defenders, big defenders, have paid off once more as they come up to attack. It's surprising how many times this season that Liverpool's defenders get decisive goals. That's Chris Lawler, the goal scorer, and the score now, 1 each. What a wonderful 10 minutes of football we've had in this match. The wind carrying that ball out of play, but we certainly had a tremendous start to this game. Lawrence to Best, setting it up for Best. Good way to control it. And Best penalised, or rather Hughes penalised for holding Best. So it's a free kick to Manchester United. One they'll float down the wind. That's Cradden deciding on the other way to build up. They've rather wasted it. It's Burns. Liverpool just looked a little bit uncertain in defence for a moment then. Good heading by Hunt. And Saddle off the Manchester. Thompson. Good ball player, Thompson. Haitley's there, number 9. To Callahan. Good tackle by Burns, but it's Haitley. And it's a goal kick. Just couldn't get it, but the referee quite rightly giving a goal kick. Spun off Callaghan's foot. Tony Haitley looked as, for a moment, as if the ball had run for him there. Scraren again making himself available, always with room to play. What a good ball down to Gowling. Back to Burns. Charlton. Gowling. Hurd, the ball just out of play now. David Hurd, the ball was just out of play before he got his head to it. Well, Lawrence has had a lot of goal kicking to do this afternoon, but Liverpool very much in this game. And in the second half, of course, they'll have the benefit of this strong wind. Sadler to Craren. Craren caught in possession for once there, now it's Hunt. Haitley trying to get Hunt away, a real chance for Roger Hunt. Roger Hunt, one of the best finishers in the game. Absolutely perfectly placed for that wall pass from Haitley. And the Manchester United defence hopelessly split. Roger Hunt sending the visitors from Liverpool in the crowd. They're all packed at one end. Absolutely mad. Liverpool 2-1 in front. 17 minutes gone. Good return pass that by Tony Haitley, who didn't waste any time at all. Al United right up against it, the champions. It's Claren. Callahan helping out the defence. Ball was out of play. And it's going to be Craren with the throw. Aston, Yates for Liverpool, Fitzpatrick, Hunt, Hughes trying to find Haitley. There's Charlton. Ross for Liverpool. Third, he didn't get hold of that. Callahan. Fitzpatrick. This is Cradden. Best. Burns breaking outside. It's Aston, though. Came right away from the defence. Set up on the orthodox cross. Just a little bit too casual. He's made the space for himself to do it again, though. Great try by George Best. Spun very, very quickly on that. What a good player Best is. You saw how quickly he could spin on the ball. Got no room at all, but he took his chance. Lawler. Charlton. Cradden again is the man who's breaking, but it's cut out by Hughes. Hunt. Screening it very effectively to Thompson. Well, the ball ran for Thompson, then he was just a bit lucky. Good tackle, though, by Fitzpatrick. Perfectly timed. Cradden to Charlton. Best. That's Garling, number 8. Beautifully taken out by Hughes, and he had to take that out because it was a perfectly played ball. Hughes read that situation very well, but the referee's whistle's gone. Tommy Lawrence got a knock. Piece of thoughtful football there by Manchester United as they almost split the Liverpool defence. And Tommy Lawrence's wrist was kicked. Trainer there, Bob Paisley. George Best, who got the goal for Manchester United after 2 minutes. We remember United trailing at the moment by 2-1. Chris Lawler got the first for Liverpool, Roger Hunt the second. Tommy Lawrence okay, and the ball back in motion. Fitzpatrick. St John. Sadler to Dunn. Charlton. Charlton and Cradden are pretty well tying up the middle of the field. Superb ball, not quite hit at the right place, but it was a really good try by Charlton. Very difficult to judge the pace of the ball in this wind. It's Callahan. On for Thompson to chase, and Dunn with him. United determined not to give Peter Thompson any room, and Tony Dunn marking man for man. Peter Thompson is very quick and a very good dribbler. Dunn right with him all the time. Callahan. Ball still in play. Haitley too strong. Taken right off his toe by Garling. Good tackling back by the youngster. A strong again. Hunt and offside. The flag's up. Roger Hunt just a fraction offside, but the linesman right in line with play and was very quickly on the spot with his flag up. No doubt about it. Aston. Oh, it's Hurd. Ball out of play. Lawler for Liverpool. Burns to Charlton. Charlton trying to find Best. Superb control by Best. And the ball almost carried out of play by the wind. Wonderful control by George Best, though. John Aston going to take the corner. See the strength of the wind there, and that corner flag's very sheltered. John Aston, son of the former Manchester United and England international. Strong. Being forced to hold it as the Liverpool big men, Tony Hateley and Roger Hunt, break. They've been back helping the defence. Crowden going to take it. Lawler to St. John. Callahan. Good flick that to Hateley. Hunt with him. Bad ball by Hateley, though. Seemed to have almost too much time. Crowden to Charlton. Best beginning to make space. It's Garling. Crowden to Best. Hurd. David Hurd had to turn awkwardly to get to that. Tony Dunn going to take the throw. Dunn to Charlton. Charlton's rare mistakes, but good, determined challenging, almost puts St. John off. It's Hunt. To Thompson. Played to an inch, that was, by Hunt. Hateley at the far post. Everybody was looking for the cross, but Thompson mishit it. Hunt with Callahan. John Aston worrying Callahan. This time it's Burns, but back across by St. John. And offside given against Hateley. Hateley standing a yard or two offside. Hunt and Hateley are having a discussion about that. Hughes winning that. It's done for United. United anxious to get on with it, with the wind behind them. Crowden. Charlton. Ian St. John read that well. Thompson. Number 9, Hateley. Callahan. Got Hunt outside. It's good running by St. John. Callahan. Ball arrived awkwardly for him. It was bobbling as he hit it. He's just unlucky there, Ian Callahan. He couldn't get right over the top of it to keep it down. Charlton. One for Hurd to fight for. And Lawrence almost misjudged that. He had to make a decision. It was awkward. Sadler to Crowden. Gowling. Charlton. Van Aston. Done. Gowling getting tangled up with the goalkeeper there, but the ball was out of play. Alan Gowling taking quite a bit of hammer in his first league match. His big Liverpool defence is very strong, and of course he's got that very awkward job of the front runner. 5 minutes to half-time, that's the situation. United's goal scored by George Best after 2 minutes. The Liverpool scorers, Chris Lawler and Roger Hunt. United will want to go in level at least with this wind behind them. Now Best, this is the boy who could do it. Got Gowling outside, Gowling. Great try, a good save. Gowling really got hold of that. Tommy Lawrence in the right place at the near post. And John Aston to take the corner. Stretford end roaring on Manchester United. It's a beautiful corner and superbly held by Tommy Lawrence. It's very difficult to take in this wind under pressure. It's Burns to Charlton. Charlton to Best. Best teasing Hughes, but Hughes finally got the boot to it. It's Callahan to Hughes. This is Hateley to Thompson. looking for the gap. An injury time now in the first half. Fitzpatrick to Crowder. The whistle's gone though for a foul by Burns on Haitley. It's St John with the kick. 30 seconds of injury time gone in this first half. Nicely read by Fitzpatrick, but it's Yates now for Liverpool. Dunn. The referee looking at the linesman. Lawler to St John. And there's the half-time whistle, with Manchester United, the reigning league champions and league leaders, trailing at home to Liverpool by 2-1. George Best got the United goal after 2 minutes. The goal scorers for Liverpool, Chris Lawler and Roger Hunt. Tommy Lawrence, who's played very well in this first half of the Liverpool goal, dealing very well with a string of corners pushed at him. And of course, Liverpool in the second half have the benefit of this strong win. Bill Shankly, their manager, no doubt well satisfied with their first half performance. The officials coming out now for the start of the second half. Manchester United facing a very strong wind and trailing. Chris Lawler, one of the goal scorers for Liverpool. Roger Hunt got the other. And George Best, remember, for Manchester United. Liverpool now with this very strong wind behind them. And Manchester United, one couldn't say they've not gambled in the first half. They did. And really once or twice at the back because of that, because they were so far stretched, they looked very, very shaky in defence. But they really have got to put it all in now in the second half. This is Haitley for Liverpool. Burns. Nice ball control to Charlton. Hughes to Thompson. Thompson still in possession. Back to Hughes. Fitzpatrick. Just getting his shot in there was Ian St John. Liverpool are going to have a pop every time they can see the whites of those goalposts with this wind behind. Alex Stepney with the third. Strong for Liverpool. Burns looking for the loose man. His hands. But the referee has given a throw. Just judged it was accidental, hands by Ross. And Tommy Lawrence complaining to the referee that something's been thrown in the goal mouth there at the Stretford end. One or two of the ball boys there helping him to pick things up. Probably coins or stones. Gowling. It was a good ball, and it was a thoughtful ball, in fact, and it was such a good one that it beat John Aston as well. He didn't expect it to be played there. Lawler to Callaghan. Then Callahan. Sadler looking for Stepney, but a lot of time to Burns. Burns had got nowhere to go there. Chris Lawler going to take the throw. Ball wasn't out. Fitzpatrick thought it was going to spin out to Credden. Credden to Charlton. These two have pretty well run the middle of the field in the first half, but not really been able to produce anything decisive from it. Best. Wonderful football by George Best. What a pity he had to be brought down like that. Defender Emlyn Hughes beaten completely by George Best's speed on the turn there. Crowder walking across to take it. Burns. And the flag's up. The referee nods to the linesman to say that he saw it, but he's not given the decision. Francis Burns, teenager from Scotland. Look at Thompson's speed there, and Tony Dunn's not slow. Hunt. Haitley trying to find Hunt again. And the whistle had gone, has it? No, it hadn't. One or two of the players paused there, and Hunt really was in a scoring position. It's St John now. Whether one or two of the players thought they'd heard a whistle in the crowd, I don't know. It's Hunt again. Appeal for a penalty, but it was a good tackle. The crowd are blocking that one. Callahan standing strong. Dunn, the players all looking at the referee again. I'm not quite sure whether they thought they'd heard a whistle in the crowd then or not. But one or two of them seemed to pause. Now it's Gowling. 5 minutes of the second half gone. The match really exploding. It's Charlton. Charlton on to David Hurd. Hurd who's found space well. Been right away from the defence. Fitzpatrick. It's a bit like Georgie Best on cameras. Beetle hairdo. Quite a character, young Fitzpatrick. This is Tony Dunn. Cradden. Easily taken out by Hughes, though. Thompson. Good running there by St John. The defence split again. They're in terrible trouble, and a great save by Stepney. Right on the edge of the 6-yard box. He was right up the line to narrow the angle, and the defence hopelessly cut apart again. Patrick there walking into the picture complaining in St John. Hit that ball well. Charlton, who's priceless, to Cradden. Lawler. Burns to Charlton. This is Dunn. Hurd's outside him. Charlton. Just a little bit casual. To Cradden. A bit too close all this is. Gowling. It's all just a little bit too close. The Liverpool defenders being given time to mass in the centre. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still Manchester United posing the questions in this match, but the Liverpool defence seem to have most of the answers. Fitzpatrick. Ball still in play. And Hunt is clear. Haitley making ground in the centre. And this is Callahan. And again, Stepney perfectly positioned on the 6-yard line. Cradden now. United with a quick counter-attack. They must mount it quickly. It's Aston, but in the way was Lawler. Of Charlton. Charlton to Best. Best will have to go on and take them. And it hit the post. One of those awkward balls that no one made a decisive move to control. Now Callahan. It's United again, this time Charlton. Charlton to Hurd. Cradden back to Hurd. Inches beyond the upright. David Hurd, who's finding a lot more room now. Now he's started using the right-hand touchline. United widening their attacks in the second half. Hughes, strong, just a bit wild. Crowd and the whistle's gone. Foul against David Sadler on Haitley. Half an hour left for play. Manchester United 1, Liverpool 2. United, remember, leading the league table by 2 points from Leeds United and Manchester City, with Liverpool with 2 games in hand back in 4th place. Oh, this is it! What a save by Stepney. Really, Ian Callahan should have No wonder Stepney's complaining to this defence. He must feel stark naked in goal. He's got no cover at all at times. But Callahan really should have scored. I think he was absolutely astonished to get the chance like that. And again the attack breaks down, and again it's Thompson for Liverpool. Done. Matt Busby, the Manchester United manager's got a real problem to solve in this defence, because they're not looking very certain at all. Now Best, taken right off his toe. It's time for St John. St John to Hunt. Hateley breaking on the right, but he's got it off one of the Manchester United players. And he's clear. And again another good save. Nobody able to put a decisive tackle on Tony Hateley. It's Aston to Charlton. Bobby Charlton's stockage rolled down, in the game all the time. Wanting the ball, providing all the time, but so far his passes haven't produced anything. It's Hurd. Crowden. Did well to get that back, Crowden did. Is that a foul against... Yes, foul on Jeff Strong, a free kick to Liverpool. Matt Busby looking very thoughtful and tense. The side trailing by 2-1. This is Fitzpatrick. Now Burns. Imagine probing all the time. Charlton. There's no way through the middle, surely. Jeff Strong penalised. There was no way there for Charlton to go in any case, though. There were about 2 or 3 defenders queuing up to take him. That's Crowden. Caught in 2 minds. Liverpool wall. Charlton coming back again. See if they'll try the same dodge. A good try there by George Best, and a good save too. George Best got hold of that well with his left foot. Now Hateley. Sadler, Hateley again. Nobody will catch that, I don't think. Well, it's slowed up too. Hunt made a lot of ground to get to that. And cleverly winning the corner. Roger Hunt back in the England side last Wednesday against Spain in the European Nations Cup. It's going to be Ian Callahan to take the kick. United with the 2 fullbacks on the line, and Stepney bouncing up and down ready for it. Callahan's trying to swing it in on the wing. Go for hands. Just tiptoe with the bar. And Burns complaining to the referee that the referee should have blown up for hands there. It certainly looked as the ball was controlled before it went to St John by one of the Liverpool players' hands. 10 minutes left for play. Burns still complaining to the referee that the ball was controlled by a player's hand. Well, the ball in there among the Liverpool supporters, there at one end of the ground. Manchester United, of course, at the Stretford end, and I wouldn't like to be among that lot. Police going in to get the ball, but there's another one being provided. Well, it looks as if they found the culprit too. Crowden. This is Fitzpatrick to Crowden. Best. Well read by Lawler. Lawler storming through. And using his strength to go through. He's got Hunt loose with him, but he's on his own. Great try. Lawler forced to go it alone there. Lawler, Chris Lawler, remember, who got the first goal, the equaliser for Liverpool, driving through with sheer strength. Crowden. And Hateley's down now. The crowd protesting, but he's lying down just to get the referee to get the sub on, and Mr. Dagnall saying no, you can't come on yet because the ball isn't dead, but Tommy Lawrence pumping it now out of play, and this is the moment the substitution can be made. Tony Hateley. waiting to make sure that Arrowsmith can be brought on. And Haitley, sitting there, now decides it's time he left. Haitley, who passed a fitness test this morning, clearly struggling a bit on that right leg again. This is Hughes storming through. Great try, a wonderful save. Anglin Hughes really thought he'd beaten the goalkeeper then. It was a wonderful shot. And very good goalkeeping by Stepney there, picking it right out of the top corner. Liverpool in no hurry to take this corner. The referee looking back at the linesman. Thompson with the corner. Liverpool, remember, 2-1 in front. Here's St John. We now had 3 minutes of injury time. Again, the Liverpool supporters getting restless, reminding the referee about the time. Now it's Charlton. And there's the final whistle. And the league championship is wide open once more. Manchester United beaten at home again. There's the Liverpool crowd, visitors from the famous Kop, really celebrating, and they've got something to celebrate tonight. Really good win for Liverpool by 2-1 after they trailed by 1-0 after 2 minutes. George Best put United in front after 2 minutes. Lawler equalised for Liverpool, and Roger Hunt got the winner, and that split the league championship right down the centre. Manchester United, the league champions, in trouble now, and Liverpool very much back in the picture.
Well, the message from this match is loud and very clear. Liverpool, strong, sharp, very aggressive and thoroughly professional, are back in business, and Manchester United need to get some of their players off the injured list if they're to survive the European Cup in this last run home for the League Championship. When you take into account they're missing players like Denis Law, Bill Fowkes and Nobby Stiles, they're struggling in particular in defence, and Matt Busby must be praying that he can get his experienced players fit again. Well, United's home defeat today means that Leeds go back on top of the table. They won 3-0 at home against Sheffield United, 2 of their goals being scored by Johnny Giles from the penalty spot. Here now, a look at the league table tonight. Leeds United lead on goal average. They've got a game in hand on Manchester United, who are in second place. Third are Manchester City, who lost 1-0 at Leicester today, the team that knocked them out of the Cup. In fourth place are Liverpool, but Liverpool have got a game in hand on 2 of the clubs above them and 2 games in hand on Manchester United. Well, now, down at the bottom of the First Division, there's a tremendous struggle going on there, and we can perhaps best illustrate that by looking at the results today. The third result in the list there is the most important one in many ways. Fulham, the bottom club, deep in trouble against Coventry, who've been in trouble with them most of the season, and Coventry got a good away point there. Brian Hill got a goal 4 minutes from the end for Coventry when he substituted for Hannigan, and Fulham equalised 2 minutes from the end with a goal by Earl. Sunderland, they've gone 9 matches at home today without winning. But they won today, beating Stoke City by 3-1. Stoke are now third from bottom. Tottenham thrashed Southampton 6-1. Greaves got 2. West Ham were back in goal-scoring form, beating Newcastle 5-0. Brooking got 3. And Wolverhampton hit the headlines, beating Nottingham Forest by 6-1. And Frank Wignall, the former Forest player, scored 2 goals there for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Well, now a check for you on the bottom of the table. Fulham struggling with just a mathematical chance of escaping, and above them quite a scrap going on. 2 clubs on 27 points, Sheffield United and Stoke, and then 3 clubs on 28, West Ham United, Wolves and Coventry, and just above, out of sight of the caption, are Southampton and Sunderland. Well, our next football transmission is Match of the Day next week, 10:30 BBC One. Until then, goodbye.